Hey class, here's up to the 5 here again. So today it's a beautiful day as always here in New York. So let's talk about what, why is math a love and hate relationship? Well, it's a love and hate relationship because of because of the way things, how we first started with math. We first did math due to not we weren't one, we were bored. Let's be honest, we were bored at first, and that over time we started to make math into a sort of privileged kind of subject. Back in the Egyptian times, I know only like priests, lords, and other higher ups were able to learn math and teach. Only like the king or like teach other higher up type people back then. And back then we did it for the passion, for the love, and some do math for the passion and love to this day. Now why people hate it, obviously we know it's because it's the grueling, tedious memorization that you'll never use this formula ever again, which I understand that has happened to me too. I definitely use the Mobius function formula every single day. Yeah, I know, look that up later. So understand that I too go through the same issues that every other person goes through. That yes, there are some formulas in math that I find useful, and there's some that I just find like I'm never going to use this function or this formula ever again. But that's not the point. The reason why a lot of people hate it is because mastering it is so hard. That's the main issue. Mastering math is difficult, but very rewarding. If you actually are able to master it, it is very satisfying because it's the whole language thing. Like I said before, that it's a way you're able to express yourself, and the other person reads what you wrote and they say, I understand exactly what you're talking about. And it's a very unique relationship that I'm grateful for, that I chose to be a part of. And another reason why people love math is because it builds confidence. Doing math builds a ton of confidence. Like, I remember when I first started as an undergrad, I was clueless. I had no idea what I really wanted to do. I was the first psychology major, I think. I tried to do... No. I was liberal arts first, then psychology, then mathematics. So I went through that phase as well where students, they flip-flop between majors. Now, granted that once you've chose math as a major, it does build your confidence because especially when you first start off with an easy problem, because when you do an easy problem first, you build your confidence. You say, hey, I think I got this. I'm starting to understand how this function actually works. How does this work? And how do I apply it? And then you become a pro at it eventually once you get the rhythm down. And that's what helps build your confidence, when you're able to practice problems you know how to do. Now, the hard problems are the ones you don't know how to do. That's when you really learn if you know the material or not. Now, the hard part about that is that nowadays, most people now, they have a phone, their attention span's like barely 6 seconds or 5 seconds. Understand that you need to learn patience and discipline. Not with the math, it's with yourself. That's the hardest part about understanding how to do mathematics. So please understand that if you're going to do mathematics as a major, be patient with yourself. It's frustrating. Even I go through the same issues too. Like, I'll give you one subject that I am terrified of and that I still have yet to get comfortable with, and that's topology. So I will eventually get comfortable with that subject eventually, just not at the moment. And that I want you to understand, it's always a process. It's never, oh, I learned this subject and that's it, I'm done with it. No, you should always try to work your brain, because there's a whole bunch of scientific things that are going on with your brain when you exercise your mind. Be sure to always not only exercise your physical body, but also your mind, your mental, and spiritual as well. So that's my 2 cents on why math is a love-hate type relationship, where things are not always as they seem, but if you stick through it, you're able to actually overcome a lot of forces that seem impossible at first, but you're able to do it eventually. Okay? So this has been Absolute 5. I'm Roger Palomino. Math is infinite because there are infinitely many possibilities. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.